Unveiling Egypt's royal animal mysteries delves into the fascinating yet lesser-known role that animals played in ancient Egyptian royalty. The concept revolves around the revered status that certain animals held in Egyptian society, not just as companions or symbols, but as integral elements of the political and spiritual domains. Animals such as cats, hawks, and crocodiles were often associated with gods and goddesses, sacred practices, and even the ruling pharaohs themselves. Understanding this connection unveils a new dimension of Egyptian civilization, one that highlights the profound bond between humans and animals, particularly within the upper echelons of society. The significance of this concept lies in its enrichment of our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture. By exploring these royal animal mysteries, we gain insight into how the Egyptians perceived the world around them, attributing divine qualities to animals and embedding these beliefs into their religious, political, and daily lives. For instance, cats were closely associated with the goddess Bastet, and often kept in temples or depicted in royal iconography, signifying protection, fertility, and domesticity. Similarly, the falcon was linked to Horus, the sky god, symbolizing kingship and divine protection. Real-world applications of this understanding can be seen in the field of archaeology, where discoveries of animal mummies in tombs shed light on the spiritual beliefs and burial practices of the time. Museums across the globe display these findings, offering visitors a tangible connection to the past. Furthermore, understanding ancient Egypt's royal animals illuminates broader anthropological and ecological studies, as researchers uncover how ancient societies interacted with their environment and fauna. However, this topic is not without its controversies. Some scholars question the extent to which animals were genuinely revered, arguing that their importance may be overstated or misinterpreted by modern researchers. Additionally, the practice of animal mummification raises ethical considerations regarding ancient treatment of animals versus modern-day perspectives on animal rights. The exploration of Egypt's royal animal mysteries significantly influences other aspects of the main topic by providing a more holistic view of Egyptian society, where animals functioned not only as spiritual and political symbols, but also as indicators of the civilization's values and priorities. This multifaceted approach encourages a re-evaluation of how we perceive ancient cultures, prompting discussions that bridge the past with contemporary issues in anthropology, history, and even conservation. Unveiling these mysteries helps weave a richer tapestry of Egypt's historical narrative, one where the divine and earthly coexist harmoniously through the majestic presence of animals. The historical significance of animals in ancient Egyptian culture is rooted in their profound and multifaceted roles within society, extending from religious symbolism to practical utility. In ancient Egypt, animals were not merely creatures of habit or labor, but were deeply interwoven into the spiritual and everyday life of the people. They were seen as manifestations of the divine, embodying the gods and goddesses of the Egyptian pantheon. This point is vital to understanding Egypt's best-kept secret, the role of royal animals in shaping the civilization's cultural and religious landscape. One significant illustration of this concept is the sacred bull, Apis. Revered for its association with the god Ptah, the Apis bull was believed to convey messages from the divine realm to the earthly. The bull's movements and behaviors were interpreted as divine communications. This practice underscores the depth of reverence ancient Egyptians held for animals as conduits to the gods. Another example is the cat, associated with the goddess Bastet. Cats were cherished not only for their temperamental elegance but also for their role in protecting homes from vermin, which intertwined their practical importance with their celestial status. Such reverence is echoed in historical records, which convey a society that admired animals for their unique attributes, often elevating them to a status worthy of worship. Some historians and Egyptologists argue that this symbiotic relationship between humans and animals in ancient Egypt contributed to a more harmonious coexistence and was a reflection of a deeper understanding of nature's interconnectedness. However, there are challenges and controversies surrounding this concept. The divinization of animals could be interpreted as a construct that manipulated public perception, reinforcing social hierarchies and priestly power. There are alternative viewpoints that suggest the practice of animal worship may have led to exploitation or even cruelty in the quest for ideal sacrificial specimens. Casting a shadow on these seemingly harmonious practices, this point connects intricately with the main topic, as understanding the historical significance of animals unravels Egypt's best-kept secret about royal animals. These creatures were integral not only to the religious and cultural tapestry of ancient Egypt, but also to its very identity. This exploration leads to a deeper appreciation of how ancient Egyptians perceived their world and underscores the enduring legacy of their reverence for animals. By examining these historical threads, we gain insight into how animals influenced and defined an entire civilization. The depiction of royal animals in Egyptian art and hieroglyphs is a fascinating aspect of ancient Egyptian culture that reflects the deep connections between the Egyptian royal class and the animal kingdom. In ancient Egypt, animals were not only vital to daily life, but also held profound symbolic meanings. Royal animals, frequently depicted in art and hieroglyphs, were considered embodiments of divine qualities and power. They served as symbols of the pharaoh's strength, protection, and divine right to rule. This depiction was significant because it reinforced the divine status of the pharaohs. By associating themselves with powerful animals like the lion or the falcon, pharaohs communicated their supposed divine attributes to their subjects. Such representations were vital in asserting authority and maintaining the social order, ensuring that the pharaoh's connection to the gods was both visible and revered. One striking example is the Sphinx, a mythical creature with the body of a lion and the face of a pharaoh, usually associated with King Khafra. The Sphinx represents royal strength and wisdom, bridging the human and divine worlds. Another example is the depiction of the falcon, especially through the god Horus, who was often represented as a falcon or a falcon-headed man. The association of Horus with the living pharaoh emphasized the ruler's divine protection and ability to oversee his kingdom from a higher vantage point. While many scholars view these depictions as crucial in understanding ancient Egyptian society's worldview, others argue that such symbolism oversimplifies the complex relationship between humans and animals in that era. Some even suggest that these images might have been used more for political propaganda than actual religious belief, offering an alternative perspective on the true meanings behind these depictions. Furthermore, the depiction of royal animals is not without its challenges. The interpretations of these symbols can vary, influenced by modern perspectives and gaps in historical records. Some believe that our contemporary understanding of these symbols may not fully capture the subtleties known to ancient Egyptians. This point connects to the broader theme of Egypt's best-kept secrets by unveiling the nuanced ways through which power and divinity were communicated and maintained. It influences our understanding of other aspects, such as the spiritual life of ancient Egyptians, by highlighting how interconnectedness with nature was branded into the cultural and religious fabric of the society, effectively exposing one of the many layers of Egypt's rich history and its hidden narratives. The symbolic roles of animals in Egyptian royalty and religion reflect a profound integration of the natural world with spiritual and political domains. In ancient Egypt, animals were not merely creatures of the earth, but were seen as divine intermediaries and manifestations of the gods. This belief system endowed animals with symbolic significance, linking them directly to the divine protection and legitimacy of royal power. Such a paradigm was essential in shaping the cultural and religious landscape of ancient Egypt, offering a window into how society viewed the cosmos, their rulers, and the gods. The significance of animals within Egyptian royalty and religion underscores the broader theme of Egypt's best-kept secret, royal animals exposed, because it unveils the deep connections between the pharaohs and the divine. The integration of animals into religious and royal symbolism served to reinforce the pharaoh's divine right to rule, emphasizing a mystical bond between the ruler, the gods, and the natural world. Two prominent examples of this symbolism include the cat and the falcon. Cats, revered for their grace and protective qualities, were associated with the goddess Bastet, who symbolized home, fertility, and protection. This connection resulted in cats being sacred and protected animals, often kept in royal households, symbolizing the care and guardianship expected from the pharaoh. Meanwhile, the falcon, representing the god Horus, was seen as a symbol of the sky, war, and hunting. The pharaoh, often considered the living embodiment of Horus, used the falcon to symbolize divine kingship and victory over chaos. Opinions supporting the importance of animals in Egyptian culture highlight their role in maintaining cosmic order and the stability of Ma'at, the principle of truth and justice. The royal association with animals was perceived as a sign of divine wisdom and insight, essential in upholding peace and prosperity. However, there are potential controversies and differing viewpoints. Some might argue that the deification of animals could detract from the understanding of human responsibility in governance. Others might point out the challenges of interpreting animal symbolism given the cultural and historical distances, which can lead to varying interpretations. The symbolic roles of animals intricately connect with the broader themes of Egyptian mythology, art, and political systems, embedding these creatures into the very fabric of daily life and governance. By exploring these roles, we gain invaluable insights into the religious practices, art, and societal norms of ancient Egypt, enriching our understanding of its enduring legacy and the complex interplay between the natural and spiritual realms. So, which of these royal animals is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos on ancient civilizations. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the heart of ancient Egypt.